Keep your hands raised. Come on. If you're around somebody that's seeing this for the first time and has their hands raised, reach out to them and welcome them here. We're a big family here at Momentis. Again, my name is Jay Cosme. I'm 25 years old. I'm regional director with the company, and that'll make sense to you here in a little bit. A little bit about myself. I'm from Grand Prairie, graduated from South Grand Prairie High School in 2004. Graduated from Northwood University in 2008 with my marketing degree. The last 3.5 years I've worked as a sales rep for a freight company. I also own my own clothing line. I do event promotions, and I run a social networking website. So I'm always busy. About 3.5 months ago, my cousin who I was working with at the time approached me and he was like, "Jay, look, I have something I want you to see." And immediately I had told him no. There's a story behind it. The last time he told me he had something he wanted me to see, we had to spend $1,500 to get into a business where we had to get these people to buy this powder from us every single month. It might not have been bad, but this powder was $100 a month. So we were going to our friends and family and tell them, "Hey, look, we need y'all support. Get on this auto ship where it bills your credit card every month and you'll get this powder and you'll support us." Nobody got on the auto ship. They may have bought it from us once, maybe twice, but we quickly found ourselves doing a presentation at old folks' homes telling these people, "Hey, look, y'all need this powder to live longer." It didn't work. Not just this company didn't work, it just didn't work for us. So when he came up to me, he said, "Jay, I have something I want you to see." I told him, "Look, I'm not interested. I'm too busy right now." 2 weeks went by. Every single day for 2 weeks, he bugged me. Bugged the heck out of me. "Jay, I just need 30 minutes. Jay, I just need 30 minutes. Jay, I just need 30 minutes." Every day, no. But he was persistent. And I finally realized he wasn't going to stop asking me until I went and saw what he had. I went to his house. I sat down at his kitchen table with a gentleman by the name of Quincy Jones, and he asked me a question that was asked to him. A very important question. He said, "Jay, what's more important to you, your job or your family?" I said, "That's easy. Of course my family." He said, "Well, why do you spend more time at work than you do with them?" I said, "That's all I know how to do is trade hours for dollars." He said, "What if I showed you a way to flip the two, where you spent the majority of your time with your family and you gave the world what's left over?" I said, "I'm definitely interested." He said, "First you have to understand how money is made. Money is currency, and currency means to flow. If you don't understand how it's made, it'll flow by you for the rest of your life. I'll tell you right now, information changes situation. You can't solve money problems with money." You didn't hear me. You can't solve money problems with money. People think, "Oh, if I win the lottery, I'll be set." But 90% of people that win the lottery are broke 5 years later. Information changes situations. So to understand how money is made, he sat down and he drew this out for me. This is called the cash flow quadrant. 98% of Americans fall on the left side of the quadrant. The goal is to get to the right side of the quadrant where money starts to work for you. Well, on the left side of the quadrant, you have E that stands for employee. You go to work, you get paid. You go to work, you get paid. You go to work, you get paid. Lucky if you don't go to work. And you can have more degrees than a thermometer and be fired or laid off at any given time. Nothing to us is promised or guaranteed. I call that the 40-40 plan. You work 40 hours a week for 40 years and hope to retire. Well, everyone in here can go to SSA.gov, which stands for Social Security Administration.gov. They've been keeping track of employees since the beginning of the industrialized revolution. A shocking statistic, 95% of Americans, when they hit the age of 65, are either dead or broke. You have 98% on the left side, and out of that 98, 95% of them are dead or broke at the age of 65. I did everything my parents told me to do. Went to school, got good grades, graduated, worked for a successful company. But retirement comes with money, not age. So keep that in mind as we go along. S stands for self-employed. I understood that my grandmother owns 2 daycare centers here in Grand Prairie. She owned her own business, but before her old-timers kicked in, she was working 60, 70, sometimes even 80 hours a week. Her business owned her. She was still trading hours for dollars. Quincy said, "Jay, you have to figure a way to get to the right side of the quadrant where money starts to work for you." On the right side, you have B that stands for big business and I that stands for investor. The type of investor they're talking about, you have to have $1 million in the bank and make $300,000 a year. And I didn't have either of those. So today we're going to talk about big business. And I'll put this down. It's 3 ways and 3 ways only that you can get into big business. Number 1 is to be the CEO of your own major corporation. I understood the reason why people own their own small business is money and risk. So to be the CEO of your own major corporation is defined as having 500 or more people in your organization, was going to be a long shot. So I'll say, okay, what's number two? Number two is franchising. And I talk about McDonald's all the time because they're such a successful franchise. $1.2 million in liquid assets, you can own your own McDonald's. It gets you sent to Hamburger University. It's a real university in Chicago, Illinois. They teach you how to run and operate your own McDonald's. And my favorite colors were blue and green. I couldn't change the colors to blue and green. The colors are red and yellow. If I wanted to change the menu up and I wanted to call it the Big Steven, it's called the Big Mac. You pay $1.2 million, you follow the system. As long as you follow the system, it will work. Again, I didn't have the $1.2 million, so I was down to my last strike. He said the third and final way to get into big business is called network marketing. Key word is work. It's not called not work marketing. It's called network marketing. And the only time you'll see success before work is in the dictionary. Now, I'll tell you 100% how I felt about it. I said, Quincy, I'm really not interested in network marketing. He said, Jay, why? I said, every company I've heard of had something to do with you trying to get somebody to buy a product or service that they necessarily didn't have to have. And I said, okay, I'm good enough to get my mother to buy makeup from me once, maybe twice. But to get my mother to buy makeup from me once a month for an entire year, I didn't know and I didn't want to find out. He said, Jay, all I want you to do is keep an open mind to this. Your mind is like a parachute. It does not work unless you keep it open. So that's all I ask for you guys to do today is just keep an open mind to what I'm about to show you. My job, Omar's job, Antoine's job is not to sell anybody in here that this is for you or convince you that this is for you. We're just going to give you 100% of the information and then let you make a quality decision. Is that fair? Okay, we get rocking and rolling. I love this quote by Douglas MacArthur. There's no security on earth, there's only opportunity. And that's exactly what this is. It's an opportunity. What you decide to do with it is up to you. My definition of poor, P-O-O-R, stands for passing over opportunities repeatedly. And I'm a firm believer that opportunities aren't passed on, they're just passed over. They're not passed over, they're just passed on to the next person. We're going to be talking about deregulation and it equals opportunity. The airlines industry is deregulated in the 1970s and it gave birth to companies like Southwest Airlines. I would have loved to become a part of Southwest Airlines when they first started because the likelihood of you seeing me would be slim to none. I would probably be somewhere on a beach swinging from a banana tree sipping coconut juice. Y'all wouldn't be seeing me. I couldn't take advantage of it. The same thing happened in the telecom industry. Deregulated, gave birth to companies like Sprint. By a show of hands, who in here has heard of a company called Excel Communications? Company based out here in Dallas. They came about off the deregulation of the telecom industry. They were responsible for producing the largest number of millionaires in any business in American business history off the deregulation of the telecom industry. Again, I was too young at the time. I was running around the house in my Ninja Turtle outfit. I couldn't take advantage of it. But right now, energy is being deregulated. So between now and 2015, different states across the nation are going to open up and allow consumers an opportunity to choose a lower-cost provider. Well, why is that important? When one company is responsible for providing a service that everyone has to have, what can they charge you? Whatever they want. If you pay a gas bill in Texas, you pay Atmos, or what I like to call Paymos, because they can charge you whatever you want. You don't have a choice. Gas is not deregulated in the state of Texas. Before 2002, if you lived in our area, the DFW area, you either had TXU or you were using candles. You didn't have a choice. The state came in and said, you know what, TXU, we're not going to allow you to keep charging consumers whatever you want. Senate Bill 7 was passed and opened up the market for competition. Simple economics. When you have competition, it brings prices down. You have options. You can go to the grocery store, look at the toothpaste aisle, and you can choose between Crest and Colgate. Go down the drink aisle and choose, do I want a Pepsi or do I want a Coke? Now you have an opportunity to choose, hey, do I want to keep paying a lot of money with TXU or do I want to save some money and switch to Just Energy? I'll quote Warren Buffett. He said the deregulation of energy will be the largest transfer of wealth in our nation's history, and it's happening now. Who are we? We are Momentis. We are just simply the marketing arm for Just Energy, or what I like to call the customer gathering division. Just Energy is not on trial. A $3 billion a year company, publicly traded on Toronto Stock Exchange, very soon to be traded on the New York Stock Exchange. They have 3.8 million customers. This slide is outdated. It gives them the largest North American footprint out of any company. They're the largest energy company in North America. They swallowed TXU and Reliant combined. The reason why Warren Buffett said the deregulation of energy will be the largest transfer of wealth, Well, as you can read up there, the energy market each year is a $500 billion a year industry. You don't have to have a slice of that pie. You just lick the knife they cut it with. You're going to put yourself in a great position financially. Let me do my best Michelangelo. I want to paint a picture for you guys. And I hope I do it. I hope I do give this company justice. This company could have started anywhere in the entire world. The deregulation of energy could have happened at any time in our lifetime, and it's happening now. This company's headquarters is here in Dallas, Texas, at the Richards Group building across from North Park Mall. The company has not even launched yet. We're in pre-building stage right now. If they told me, Lucky Jay, you could have got into Google before Google even launched, I was in there. We couldn't take advantage of it. This company's big coming out party is February 25th. So everyone in here has an opportunity to pre-build their business before we have our coming out party. That is a major deal. $1 billion company, and you get in before we open our doors and say hello to the world. Major deal. You're truly at the right place at the right time. 3 of the main services that we offer: Momentis Energy, which is powered by Just Energy; Momentis TV, which is powered by Direct TV; and Momentis 4G, which is powered by Clear. Another service that we offer, EMS, Energy Management System. It allows you to go to big businesses, corporations. Most of the time, if you go to a big business, normally they're locked into a large contract. Well, they don't want to break the contract, so we give them a service to where it's a box, and it guarantees them 8% savings every month on their energy bill, no matter who they have. They can stay with who they have. We guarantee them 8% savings. We had a guy on our team, he was a manager at Chili's. He reported to the corporate office. Well, once he showed them, hey, look, we're guaranteed to save you guys 8% every month on the energy bill, they saved well over $1.2 million. He got a percentage of that. Now he's fully retired. Just off of that. We have great services here. Momentis Just Energy is currently licensed in 14 states and 5 provinces in Canada. The states that we're allowed to go gather energy customers are all the states that pop up in blue, including Pennsylvania, which we just launched January 1st. What I love about this business is with the other services that we offer, we're allowed to do business in all 50 states. I call that ubiquity, which is a fancy term to be at many places at one time. Our #1 money earner came from California before we launched energy in California. He did it solely on Direct TV, and this was somebody who was making $50,000 a week off of Direct TV. It goes to show you the power of our business structure. I see some of you shake your head. Wait till he shows you one of them checks. I'm telling you, you're not going to sleep at night. Relationship marketing. I was a marketing major in college, and when I saw this, I couldn't sleep because I understood traditional marketing and I understood the type of marketing that we're about to show you. TXU spends $800 million a year on billboards, banners, and radio advertisements. In college, we call that hopeful marketing because they hope that you drive down 20 on your way home, see their billboard, and go home and become a customer. It's very ineffective, but most major corporations do it. Our company said we're going to do things a little bit different. We're going to take you, the most effective form of marketing is word of mouth. If Omar came up to me and told me, hey Jay, there's this new movie coming out, you should go check it out. Well, I'm going to go check out the movie. But Paramount Pictures is not going to send him a check. Our company says, hey look, all we want you to do is sit down with a few people. Friends, family, a handful of people, that's it. They told me, Jay, you had to go get 10 customers a month, 10 customers a week, 10 customers a year. Again, y'all wouldn't be seeing me standing up here because I'm not interested in being a salesperson anymore. I don't want to sell anybody anything. They told me, Jay, all you have to do is gather a handful and you're done. So what did I do? I sat down with my closest family members, my friends, those who loved and owed me the most. And I'll tell you my story because you might just run into it. My first person I talked to my dad. I said, hey Dad, I started doing some stuff with Just Energy, trying to pay these student loans off. I need to be my customer. But Dad looked at me, no, I'm not going to be your customer. He's like, that's a scam. You're going to jail. Don't call me to bail you out. I looked at my mom. I said, are you serious? She said, baby, don't worry about it. She said, I want to talk to him. I said, okay. Go to my grandparents. I said, hey, look, who do you guys have? They said, well, we have TXU. I'm like, yes. I knew TXU. 75% of Texas residents still have TXU because they don't know that they can change and switch for free and nothing's going to change from but the name on the bill. So I was excited. What do you